Charles Nickel-Krugstad against his old team for the second time this season. And Adam Pompey, try scorer last week against the Sharks. Round 21 action underway here in Auckland. It's going to be the Raiders with the first possession. Key moments are going to be at the start of this contest. Ball security, low error rate. Ruck speed, as always, is Tapane. Again, having a great season. 55 minutes he's been averaging. 147 metres a game. He and Whenua Blake, that's going to be quite the contest tonight. Here's Papali'i. Numbers this year haven't quite been as high as previous years as he gets towards the back end of his career. Corey Horsburgh wearing the 13 jersey. Good first set by the Raiders here as Tapane handles for the second time. Leg drive is excellent. Very good set by the Raiders. They're well inside the Warriors half. Fogarty with that kick. Nickel-Krugstad under pressure here. And it is a 6 again, so dream start for the Raiders. Did he play it, that one? Referee Smith says yes, so the Warriors straight onto their goal line at the start of this game. Horsburgh. Wolford waiting at dummy half. Papali'i back on the inside, taken by Ford. Nickel-Krugstad, Wade Egan with the initial contact. Fogarty. Here's Whiten. Good move out to the left here, and Croker's lost it as it's gone past Hopoate.
Well, it was all the green machine. They came 100 metres downfield. There was deflection of Charles Nickel-Krugstad. They got a second chance to go at them. They came out wide. Pass not going to hand. It just dropped in front of Hopoate. A little bit disappointed if you're a Canberra Raiders fan. Looked promising early.
Yeah, couldn't get to their kick. Warriors defend their line fairly comfortably there, but now they have to get off their own line. Great first tackle there by Elliot Whitehead. And now Montoya, he's on his own 20. There's Nickel-Krugstad, wonderful game against the Raiders 3 weeks ago, just as he's been all the way through the season. Here's Adam Whenua Blake. Good tackle. No chance for him to get decent post-contact metres. Here the Warriors rolling up the middle again, as they have done in recent weeks. Harris gets to his feet quickly to play it. Johnson gets his first touch. Sebastian Chris under this one. The Kiwis international from last year, and that's a wonderful chase coming through from Rocco Berry.
Well, both sides going through the middle of the park, making inroads through the middle with ease.
Jack Whiten out of play. Jack Whiten's in front of the play. The ball is out of play.
Well, an interesting call there from referee Smith. As now the Warriors got a big opportunity here.
In front of the play the ball. You can't take possession unless you retire back past the play the ball.
Referee Smith very clear in his ruling.
I think it's a harsh call, that one. He didn't really interfere with the players. He could have been in a position where he may have been obstructed, but it wasn't the case in that play just there.
Certainly a technical penalty, wasn't it? Nonetheless, the Warriors have it in a great attacking position on the field. Whenua Blake on the 20. Execution last week was top class by the team in blue. Short ball to Barnett. Playing against his old team, one of his old teams, Mitch Barnett. Egan keeps it on the short side. Nyakore powers over. Welcome back to first grade Marata Nyakore.
Well, it didn't waste time, Glenn. It's his first touch. First touch is over the line. Exactly what you've missed when you've had him absent in this side. Just short carries, courageous lines, and running off that man, Sean Johnson, was a short ball early on. Really did penetrate the line. It was a quick play of the ball by Mitch Barnett as well. Egan getting out, bringing in the B defender, dropping it short. That's a great way to start.
Oh, I've got to say, his try was a lot better than his celebratory kick there, honey.
Yeah, I don't think that's to be too crowded, but how good to have the big man Marata Nyakore back in. Just the power that he offers through the middle, but also the work of Wade Egan once again off the ruck there. It's a great start to the Warriors.
Well, just a second try of the season But again, excellent Ryan. That inside channel there, that channel was just wide enough, Monty, wasn't it?
Oh, it's Wade Egan. First trigger was they had a marker on the ground. He jumps out. He knows that he's going to bring in the A defender. The A defender bit on him. Inside shoulder, played it short to Maratunua Kore. No way he's going to stop him from there.
So Johnson coming up the point scorers list this season with these big wins the Warriors have been having in recent weeks. And he starts off with a comfortable goal. Climb the wall, Spider-Man. Who's your daddy? A dream start to the Warriors. Not so for the Raiders. They got into wonderful attacking position, of course, and blew that chance. And then the Warriors went down and scored a try. That's it.
Still unlucky, I think, with that call and the penalty against them. But regardless, you've got to play on.
Fogarty restarts.
Right, here we go.
Perfect night for rugby league as it's turned out here at Mount Smart. No real dew on the ground either. Warm around 13, 14 degrees.
Corey, move! Square Josh!
Barnett face the ball for Noah Blake. Noah Blake's numbers have been equally as impressive like Tapane. They really are amongst the top 5 props, really, of the competition. There's Pompey trying to skip past Jordan Rapana. Pompey plays the ball, slow play the ball, but a bit wide pass as Johnson kicks inside the 40, gets a good roll on to Sebastian Chris. Played super well last year in the centres to force his way into that Kiwis World Cup squad, Sebastian Chris.
Not a lot of Canberra players in behind the ball at the moment, struggling to get back on side. It was an early kick from Sean Johnson. Probably was going to kick on the 4th, but he was in a position there where he thought he was going to put boot to ball regardless.
Here's Timoko. Fantastic season in the top 10 for tackle busts. He's a handful. Here's Papali'i. That's a typical Josh Papali'i run as he heads up towards the halfway line. Wolford spots an opportunity on the short side. Elliot Whitehead inside off the pass from Fogarty. Wolford. Fogarty. That's a very high kick. Watani Zelezniak under this one. And off he goes, Dallin wins space. Beats a man too.
Well, cool, collected. I think calm under that high ball. Bit of chase coming through, but just the yards as well. These outside back for the Warriors have been amazing this year for this club.
Oh, everyone really has been playing so well. I was just thinking about the contenders for the Simon Mannering medal coming up later on in a few weeks. Gee, there's some contenders. Johnson back to Newcourt. Set restart to the Warriors. They're right on the halfway line. They can build here through Harris. There's Metcalf. Exciting player. Been in very good try-scoring action in the last few weeks. This is his 8th game. He scored 5 tries this season. And now Barnett. Still 2 more tackles left in the set. Warriors dominating possession early in this game. This is a typical Warriors move here. Here's it comes to Berry. Just can't quite link up with Watani Zelezniak that time.
Well, his execution wasn't there in the end. Made a lot of good decisions last week, did Rocco Berry. Just because it's on doesn't mean that you have to play the pass. That time the room was there and able to take that ball to hand. Relieves that pressure on the Canberra Raiders.
He's back here. Back.
Watani Zelezniak, 15 tries in 12 games. His strike rate is the highest in the NRL for any try scorer this season. Warriors fans will be hoping that strike rate of pretty much 1.5 tries per game is going to continue. And Popawati going absolutely nowhere there.
The run meters just come so easy for the Raiders, whether it be outside backs or the men through the middle of the park.
Horsburgh's going nowhere. One game for Queensland, of course. He played in the 3rd State of Origin game. Up in here, running the ball this time to Whitehead. Well handled by Pompey and Metcalf on that occasion. Here's to Walker. Yes, exciting player.
Just a ball of muscle, so explosive.
He enjoyed playing his first game in Auckland. Of course, he went to Auckland Grammar, and another mistake from the Raiders right there. That's Jack Whiten. That is unusual for him to do that.
Don't see that often. He's been around for a very long time. Normally the guy that has the clutch plays still has a little bit of a smirk on his face. No doubt he got that one wrong. He raises his hand and he'll be making amends.
That was a total shocker, that one. Everything going.
Dropped into it, hold, go one.
He's needing to at the moment as we see Berry, who's getting better with each game.
Hudson, let him up. Hold here, hold, go two.
Egan.
Hudson.
Got that lovely wide pass when he scoops it away like that. It's Barnett.
Let him up. Get square, hold, three.
Takes the next carry. Fanua Blake. He's up to the 20.
Hudson, here, man, hold.
Fast play the ball. Metcalf for front foot running ball. Clever kick. But Sebastian Chris is in excellent position there.
I think the idea is right. You probably had to angle it to the corner a little bit more, so if you didn't get the ball in hand, you could at least try and force them over the sideline. Plenty of numbers in the tackle.
Yeah, there is some real intensity in that line speed from the Warriors at the moment. Rapana, no space for him there.
Release. Hold, go three.
Wolford. Whiten. Now Hudson Young, haven't seen him in the game yet. And he earns his team a penalty right there.
Well, that's going to help their cause. Both teams going to the edges early, trying to shift. It's not just about going through the middle of the park. Get some joy, keep it on, get that momentum, but this time they come a little bit wider. Like a Berry, Croker, also that man Hudson Young, hands full tonight.
He's developed into a great player, has Hudson Young. Whiten. Now Horsburgh to Wolford. And here's to Moko. Get him in the clear. Things happen. Wolford. Now Papali'i. Corey Horsburgh up the middle. Corey in there making another tackle. Wolford sneaking away from dummy half. Joseph Tapane. Looking to secure that tackle up high to limit the offload options for Joseph Tapane. Ooh, Horsburgh almost a forward pass there. Papali'i. Fogarty. Good option taken by Jamal Fogarty. 5 metres out the Raiders, looking to strike back here. Papali'i. Last play now for the Raiders. There's the kick from Whiten. Boate. And that seems to have come forward often. And that's exactly how Todd Smith, the referees, ruled it.
Well, they're asking the questions. That time that kick was pinpoint from Whiten. Whiten gets up nice and high. So too was Waitena Selesniak.
Montoya plays the ball. Now Adam Pompey.
Elliot, stand up.
7 tackles set for the Warriors. Chance Nickel Krukstad. It's his 5th carry in the game already. Egan. Now Harris. Croker came out on the line there, but in the end Harris. A little short ball to Barnett. Fanua Blake, perfect pass to him. Metcalf, Pompey. Away goes Montoya. Oh, big mass Montoya. Metcalf just can't quite grab it. And now a chance for Chris to counter here for the Raiders. Exciting play from both teams.
Well, let's give it earlier. I think he was trying to break the tackle, delayed that pass, and as a result, it was just a little bit behind Metcalf. There's a chance to come out. Both teams asking questions of each other.
But it's exciting, honey, isn't it? It's excellent to see the Warriors having options in the middle, on the left and the right, isn't it?
Well, 22,000 pre-sold tickets down here. You can hear the crowd when things don't quite go the Warriors' way. They make them definitely hear the support wind behind them. But I'll tell you what, the Warriors are working hard through the middle of the pack, getting a good roll on through the middle of the field. The defence is coming in hard and strong from the Raiders.
That was an attempt at 40-20 there. The Warriors, in fact, the Raiders are a little unlucky not to get the bounce from that kick. So that possession percentage has really levelled now after 14 minutes. You just joined the broadcast. Marata Nukore, the try scorer, with Sean Johnson converting the try. Now Rocco Berry. White handles Rocco Berry. There's Johnson kicking on the 5th tackle. And that is a clever kick. It's bisected. Jordan Rapana and Jackson Ford and Adam Pompey were right there.
Yes, kicking early at times too. That time was the 4th tackle. Doesn't mind putting it in early. Back in that chase, getting in behind it. Really has been a great game. Glad the conditions have been conducive, as both sides have been playing well. Very much a contest at the moment.
Rapana just a little bit slow to get up off that last carry. He's okay. Here come the Raiders again. It was Hopawata with that carry. And now Wolford. Here comes Joseph Tapani. Now the Raiders getting some benefit. Getting some metres up the middle of the field. Fogarty, plenty of time to hoist. Montoya. Oh, he's hit hard there by Rapana, who we just thought might have been a bit slow off that last tackle.
It was a great shot from the Rapana. Came in nice and hard, very physical. Had a breather down the other end, and that is why.
There's Watanisa Lesniak. Couple of Kiwi wingers in this game, of course. One on each team as we see Barnett. Good decision to have him in the starting lineup. Buntiafo to come off the bench in this game today. Here's Fanua Blake. Averaging 58 minutes per game. It's good minutes for a front rower. Johnson with the kick. Solid, unspectacular. Set there by the Warriors. What a shot there from Barnett. What a copybook tackle that was.
Oh, he's everywhere, Barnett.
It's been an exciting game so far. Plenty of movement. Pace has been good. As we see Whiten, both teams completing it just in the 60% range at the moment. As we see Hopawate. He locked down that left wing position side now for the Warriors. Nick Chotrich is right about the back door at the moment. Here goes Wolford. 6 again for the Raiders.
Those right feet. Papali'i as well.
Whitehead looking to straighten the attack again. Almost sneaking through Tohu Harris's tackle. So back-to-back set restarts now for the Raiders. Horsburgh. Warriors are going to do well to defend this one. Wolford looking to keep the pace of the game high. Tapane. He's solidly met there by Nukore. Hudson Young uses a decoy as Whiten has a crack and he's lost it right there. Oh, the temptation was too much for Jack Whiten.
Well, talk about powerhouses first. It was Tapane off Papali'i. It was a short ball there. It was Whiten coming back against the grain. Look how strong he is. Right at Tohu Harris. Oh, it was a blade of grass that dislodged the ball. Great tackle from Captain Courageous. Looking threatening this Canberra side.
What about Harris there? He just made the previous tackle as well. A greater engine on him in this Warriors lineup than Tohu Harris. So we can see black armbands being worn by both teams today, and that's, of course, to remember the two gentlemen that passed away yesterday here in Auckland in that horrific incident down near the waterfront. Thoughts and prayers are with the families of those two men who were killed in that terrible incident.
Okay, heads down. I'll tell you when, Sean. Head in, Sebastian. Time on. Okay, ball. Put it in.
So the Warriors still leading 6-0. So Dylan Walker still waiting for his boarding pass onto the field as we approach the 20-minute mark. Jackson Ford now. Well, the Raiders have had two very good chances down in the inside the Warriors 10 now, Monty, but the Warriors have shut them out both times.
Been close. Been very effective.
Oh, here's a chance down that right-hand side. Oh, picked up here, and Young's away and will score a try.
Grounded.
Easy try for Hudson Young. He won't get an easier one than that. Nyakore dropped the ball, and that's a gift for the visitors.
Well, when you play these tough games, you look to your representative players to stand up. It's been busy all day. They're working really hard defensively, trying to carry the ball as well, put the pressure on him. But Hudson Nyakore had eyes for him. He dropped the ball, then he pounces on the ball. He gets up, and he's got enough wheels to get over the line and put his side back on the scoreboard.
Nyakore was just getting attended to a knock, wasn't he, honey? I wonder if that meant he just wasn't quite at 100% for that play.
Well, they had Dylan Walker up on his feet, ready to make the change, but got the sign from Rata Nyakore to say that he was okay to carry on, but maybe just struggling to readjust after a few games out. But the likes of Hudson Young, such a competitor, isn't he? Snuffs out this error from Rata. Shows some real pace to find the line here for the Warriors. For the Raiders, sorry, for their opening try.
Yeah, Hudson Young gets his 7th try this season. Of course, his early season form got him selected in the New South Wales team. He didn't play in that last game, which the Blues won. So now Jared Croker, who's been kicking as well as ever this season. Amazing that in his long career he's been kicking it over 80% all the way through. That's incredible, really. One of the very best goal kickers we've ever had in the sport. 6-all it is. We are on the 20-minute mark. It's Jack Whiten's season or career as a Raider coming to an end soon after the Rabbitohs next year. Game number 236 for him tonight, debuting all the way back in 2012 against the Titans in round 2 that year. So Dylan Walker is out there now, isn't he, honey?
Yeah, that change has been made. Dylan Walker now out on the field, and we know the momentum shift that he made from last week, so good to see what he can do.
So Nyakore is off, so that means Barnett will shift to the edge, with Walker taking Barnett's spot up the middle. Whitehead looking for a penalty, not coming.
Oh, they're big, powerful runners, this Raiders outfit, especially for the middle. Papali'i making inroads. Haven't seen the offloads from him yet. He's got plenty of that in his arsenal.
Yes, he does indeed. Of course, Tapani, good offload on him too. Horsburgh. Walker, of course, out there. Brilliant came from him last week. Josh Papali'i. Here is he looking for the offload. Almost on cue there. Wolford. Ruck speed is good for the Raiders in the last few sets. There goes Fogarty's kick. It's Nickel Kickstar right in the corner. Always a tough place for a fullback to bring the ball out from.
Great stuff, getting down that end of the field. Now they're backing it up with some line speed in defence. Tough carry there from Montoya as well. A little bit slow for them in the play of the ball, though.
Walker almost risking a set restart there. As Pompey takes the next carry. Play the ball that time. Watanabe Alessiak. Looks like Dylan Walker down and back play there as we see Fudor Blake. Concern over his ankle or his knee. Uh-oh, that does not look good for Dylan Walker. Here goes Johnson's kick to end the set. Nicely done by Sebastian Chris. He's played every game of fullback this season for the Raiders.
Very strong, reliable, and you want to carry that ball back. He starts and sets off so well.
Rapana pokes his nose through. Walker has stayed on the field and is back in the line as we see Hopoate. He's hoping to run it off, whatever it was. Maybe it was just a stinger as we see Corey Horsburgh run straight at Johnson. Feels like we're in the real grind now of this game.
It's a wonderful contest, both sides just throwing it back and forth.
Look at he, Chris into the line. Here's Tomoko. We're going to get inside Luke Metcalf. There's the danger of Matt Tomoko. Last play now for Canberra. Fogarty going for that crossfield kick this time. Whiten trying to get it. It's lost right there. And it's been forced there by Berry, so it's going to be a line dropout.
We're going to take those you're in a position, plenty of Warriors in the picture. I think he's looking back now and talking to the players around him. He needs to take possession. Came off the head, batted for Noah Blake. Just that time he tried to pull away from it, came off his noggin. That's the Falcon. Unfortunately, the deflection didn't help Rocco Berry.
Just a little deflection. Johnson going short here. And the Warriors backing their goal line defence. They don't secure the ball, and it's ruled a second touch.
Looked like Luke
Metcalf's the knock on. We're on the scrum. Scrum in the middle.
They can challenge it if they like, but they're not going to.
Thanks, mate.
Metcalf.
A lot of joy with those dropouts, those short dropouts. You see it comes back at Pompey. Oh, did he get a touch to it? But as you said, they haven't challenged it. From the first initial look, it looked like there was a touch. One's a little bit different in my mind.
Let's go, Zach. Heading chance, just take a step back. Heading chance. Okay.
See what the Warriors
Ball in.
defence like on this play.
Break.
What can the Raiders cook up here? Straight out to Tomoko, wide of the scrum.
Okay, move. 1 foot in.
Possession has really flipped around. The Warriors making more tackles than their opponents now. Canberra enjoying good possession in the last 10 minutes.
Two, get out of there. No, Corey, you're grabbing his leg. No, you grabbed him. Go 2.
There's Tapane, still out there. Trying to create havoc.
Trying to get that hand free. Wonderful player.
Go 3.
Wolford. No space there. Papali'i was well
Get out of there.
looked after. So Wolford took the tackle himself. Horsburgh. Fogarty's dropped it. And how about that from Dylan Walker? I think he might have just knocked on.
Yeah, he did.
Now backwards initially, then knock on Dylan Walker. Scrum in the middle.
Backwards off the Canberra Raider right here of Fogarty. Dylan Walker, I thought at first glance he picked that up beautifully, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah, Todd Smith got that one spot on again. The referee.
Just take a step over.
So I'd say
Come on, 15 seconds.
much the same as where we were like a minute ago.
Sean with you, lock
The
mate.
Canberra scrum
Go, Zach.
right
10
in front of the
seconds.
posts.
Sean, hold there. Chance, head in. Lock off. Head in, Zach.
Fired it out to Tomoko last time.
Break.
Now they go to the left this time. Wolford. White looking crowd and overlap. And away goes Berry. Rocco Berry puts the foot down. Oh, yes, that was an exciting breakout by the centre. Showed us he's got some wheels.
Look at him stride out, he's a stallion.
Metcalf can't link up and all the momentum's lost. Now Montoya forced to go back to tidy up.
Milky. 2.
This is Jackson Ford. Oh, the Raiders will be ruining these chances missed.
There's so much possession, a really good opportunity for the Raiders.
Pompey takes the tackle as the Warriors get a set restart. Egan, now for Noah Blake. Horsburgh flew out of the line, but for Noah Blake still marches forward. And that surely is another set restart. It's a penalty, in fact.
Question is, what do you do here? You take
What are
the
you doing,
2,
Sean?
keep the pressure on.
Oh, it's
What are you doing, boys?
what do you do?
You going for goal? Okay.
Yeah, they are going to go for 2.
Just sit,
It's a tricky one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Don't forget, they haven't had a lot of possession in the last sort of 5 to 6 minutes, so they're going to be a little bit more tight.
Yeah.
They get the 2 points here, they go away with the lead, then they get that rest, recovery, and come back again. But this was disappointing from a
Yeah,
Canberra.
this be where the challenge
Side.
will come into more in
Really
here.
look like they're
Yeah.
looking to attack from their scrum formation. Horsburgh, he's not happy.
Tarpanet trying to work on the referee there. He was never going to be anything else but a set restart or a penalty that time. Sean Johnson getting closer to Jermaine Asako, still at a comfortable lead over Valentine Holmes. A chance to bring up 150 though for the season. So the Warriors retake the lead. It's 8 points to 6 with 12 to play until half-time. Some race side with all the fans in here. Yeah, you know it, don't you? Fogarty restarts play. Here's Fenor Blake. Fenor Blake, that's his 8th carry, and he's run for 80 metres. Right on cue, he's just having another terrific game. It just happens game after game after game. These guys roll their sleeves up. They're machines, aren't they? Now Walker shrugged off that knee injury nicely as he hit the line there.
Just the injection of pace, change of pace, the closer he gets to contact, which is not normally what happens.
Nickel Puxta. Ball brothers might be reunited though in the next couple of weeks. Of course, the Warriors have the bye next week, but then a few whispers floating around that we might see Jazz Tavanga back not long after
that one. He doesn't like not being able to play and contribute to his side.
Oh, now Walker claiming a crusher tackle. Pressure on the neck there. See if the bunker gets involved with this one.
5, you okay, Dylan? Tackle 5 at the moment. Yeah, tackle 5. That's not. Got through. Got through.
It was Whitehead.
They've had a look, mate. We're going Tohu. Tackle 5. Got to hold you, okay?
Josh Curran waits his boarding pass. Now we saw Marata Nukore taken. In fact, we'll just get an update on that in just a moment from you, honey, as Johnson goes high. Oh, it's knocked on by Hopoate there. So it's going to be a Warriors scrum, 10 outs. You got an update on Marata, honey?
Yes, Marata Nukore has failed his HIA. That is the end of his night. He will be disappointed with that, having sat out 3 games already under suspension, but hopefully he can recover well from HIA.
All right, well, he will. That bye next week means that Marata Nukore will be good to go for that Titans game over on the Gold Coast, coming up in 2 weeks.
Okay, no ball, time off. Shot clock off, no footy.
Well, this is a big moment of the game here. We got 10 minutes to go. The Warriors have been battling to get down to this end of the field for a little while here, Monty, so it's important they take this opportunity.
Yeah, if they don't score off this set, they camp themselves down here for a little while, tie the defending side, which is the Canberra Raiders. Even ask questions of them. Let's see the speed here.
Metcalf, well, that is that right there. It is scrubbed out big time as Tomoko breaks. Fantastic breakout here. Now Hopoate. Now the power of Matt Tomoko. And Metcalf will be bitterly disappointed with coughing that one up. Couple of basic errors streaking, though it's coming into the Warriors game now.
Oh, yeah.
Wolford, here's Hudson Young. We've got Canberra's try. Both teams guilty of really missing opportunities in this first half. As we see Wolford. And now the Raiders. 25 metres out. As we saw Gula play the ball there, Wolford. Now Chris, Sebastian Chris. That's the goal line right there. As we're up and it goes within a hair's breadth of going over. Wolford. Fogarty with a clever kick. And Johnson scrambles it clear. What a set there from the Raiders.
Great start from the Raiders, also from Sean Johnson, realising that there's a threat. He saw Hudson Young coming through. Fogarty with a great kick, well weighted. Sean Johnson there to save the day. It's crazy to think the players all the way down the other end of the field from this. One thing to make the mistake, but you really need to pounce on the ball. But defensively make the stop. Now they're a long way down.
Well, Johnson's getting very good at these Line dropouts that are short, but Ruppen has got that one locked in for the Raiders. And now here comes Gula again. So the Warriors back inside their 20. Here comes Salo. This is Pasami Salo, game number 17 for him. He's played all the games for the Raiders this season. This is Fogarty. Taken nicely there by Jackson Ford. Doesn't miss many, Jackson Ford. Horsburgh just goes a little flat this time, is Young. A little flat-footed for the back rower. Oh, Young trying to milk a penalty there, or at least a set restart as Wolford gives it to Fogarty. Whitehead will set it down for the last play. Fogarty's out on this left-hand side, so is Whiten. There goes the kick. Bounces nicely for Wataniza Lesniak. And the Warriors' goal line defence holds again.
I thought Croker was in front, but regardless, Dillon was able to snuff out the ball, get off his line. He's trying to carry out of pressure now. Green machine, the wall, beating down on them. They really have been good today.
Nothing in this first half. Just that Sean Johnson penalty, splitting the two teams at the moment. Egan, here's Montoya, that's a good run. Gives the Warriors of some breathing spaces. Harris is going to be substituted. There goes the kick from Johnson to end the set. Josh Curran is out there now. Hopoate hitting the line. Nice and strong, Albert Hopoate, the 22-year-old. Croker takes a carry. Of course, we saw Harris on limited minutes last week due to illness. As we see Rapana. Space for Jordan Rapana again. Fogarty at dummy half. Here's Horsburgh. Gula. And Ray Gula. And now we see Wolford giving it to Fogarty again. His kicking's been pretty good. That one, Mo, might be a little bit too far. And it is.
Great work from Montoya. Earned his team an extra 20 metres.
And importantly, an extra tackle too, of course. Nickel Crookstar out to Poppy.
It really has been a quality contest between both sides. At times, execution has been off for both, but in terms of the really counter-punch and really trying to vie forward for their side, it's been a good one to watch.
The completion rates are down from both teams, 67%. Now here's Johnson with a rare run at the line. Just that offload. Now that may have come forward off Hudson Young there.
Knock backwards from Warriors and knock on from you. Challenge.
I thought it was off his knees.
Time off.
He knew straight away.
We got a captain's challenge from Canberra. On-field ruling is an offload backwards from the Warriors, and then a knock-on from Canberra. I'll have a look.
So Matt Noyen in the bunker for this game. As Wolford knocked that on right there.
It was a hand there. I think this part here was off the knees.
Sean Johnson is trying to offload the football. We're just looking for any touch from the Raiders.
Oh, that knocked into his shins.
As Wolford knocked it on before him.
Well, I thought this is the case here from here. I think Wolford was one of the last fingertips in there.
Sean Johnson is trying to offload. The ball goes backwards. Zach Wolford puts his hand and knocks the ball on. The challenge by Canberra is unsuccessful.
Ready on the scrum? Okay, time on.
Well, it's hard luck for Hudson Young.
It is, because he knew he didn't knock the ball on. He didn't realise that Wolford was the one who had the final touch.
Okay, we're going.
This game really is in the balance.
Back in. It's gone, Elliot.
4.5 minutes left to play.
Time off. Okay, back in. Let's go, Sebastian.
Sideline.
Come on, mate.
He's been such
Heads
a key
down.
player for the Warriors
Wade, head in. Time
last
off. Ball, put it in.
few years. Warriors got it done. Good time. Last week,
Elliot and Tom, get up.
Harris having long periods off the field.
Slow, Elliot, no tackles.
Whitehead concedes a set restart. As we see Walker giving it back on the inside, Josh Curran.
Jack, move. Hold here. Go one.
All important last 5 minutes before half-time. Can the Warriors strike again? Get themselves a bit of breathing space before the break.
The late feed on the catch from Adam from All Blake.
Walker. Here's Johnson. Nickel Klukster. Now Berry runs at the defence. Rocco Berry goes within 2 metres. Wataniza Lesniak. Big old pass. Lovely hands from Sean Johnson. Walker for All Blake. Oh, it's rolled forward. Well, well, well.
Well, he's got the calls right today. He's been on. In terms of refereeing decisions. Have another look at this. It's a beautiful play coming in inside shoulder.
Yeah, I reckon he's got it right. Not by much, though, honey. There was only a whisker in that one.
Well, the fans don't seem to see anything wrong with it, but they may be a bit biased.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a little forward.
What about the
it only
fans?
has to be a little forward.
What about the fans of today? So animated, understanding of where all the cameras are, and they are on. Try July, but just saw the fans getting in on the action.
Wait again, 10 metres.
Fogarty. Again, both teams, 4 chances.
Here, boys, got
Between both teams now, they haven't executed. Croker. Now Emre Gula. 75th game for the Raiders. Tonight for Gula, the young prop. Horsburgh. Mariota. Nice little offload from him. As we see Gula get the ball back again. Starling's on, wearing 14. A good little hooker. Here's Tom Starling. Good little break there by him. Straight into the action. Fogarty with front foot running ball. Look at Chris bouncing through. Oh my goodness! That is 4 points. Just lost by Sebastian Chris.
Coming in 4, have no try. Yeah, just review the contact coming in and got a knock on off Warriors live decision.
Oh, when you're talking about contact, it was the hand of God.
Sorry, not going to Canberra.
Hand of the locks.
Yeah.
Beautiful play. I knew it was on. Third tackle.
The Canberra
Plenty
kick
of
chase is
chances inside and
onside.
out.
There's no interference in the play running through, playing on at this stage.
How did Chris not get that and score?
The hand of Dallin.
Oh. Wow. That is a freak play from Wataniza Lesniak.
Sebastian Chris, he's normally so safe.
Dallin Wataniza-Lesniak is just making a tackle and Sebastian Chris knocks on the ball. We have a decision.
Wow.
Well, Dallin Wataniza-Lesniak has scored 15 tries this year in 12 games, but it's the ones you save that are of utmost importance, especially where this game sits at the moment now. Well done.
Well, have you picked your jaw off the floor there, sideline, honey?
Well, look, I tell you, that was a massive effort from Dallin to come so far from the right wing to make that tackle, or that attempt there. Huge effort from Dallin. Took a bit of a beating afterwards, but he's up on his feet.
Yeah, look at him. Copped a knee in the ribs there, didn't he? Hope he's okay. Here's Pompey. Certainly favouring that right arm is Dallin Wataniza-Lesniak. Here's Mitch Barnett.
Makes more the rib.
It's okay, Barnett. Here goes Egan. Walker. So just one try each in this first half. Nukore, who's out of the game with an HIA, and Hudson Young is for All Blake once again, playing the entire first half. Just gone over 100 metres there on 11 carries. There's Johnson with front foot running ball. Flicks it back on the inside, and Barnett will settle it down now for the last play. Egan, Johnson. Oh, that's a great pass, Nickel Klukster! What a killer blow right on half-time!
And I'm sure it feels better against your old side. It's a man that's bid both for the Warriors and for the Canberra Raiders, and this time he gets one against his own team. Some nice shape, some good setup. Been unlucky a number of times previously. They haven't been able to get over that line, but this time, Honey, Chance gets in for his side.
Well, you think back to round 15, and he scored back then on the outside of Jared Croker, and does it once again tonight. Mr. Reliable, Chance Klokstad had the option of Dallin on the outside, didn't need him.
I just love the fact that Klokstad knew the opportunity was there and put the foot down, and he gets a second try this season against the Raiders. He got one back in round 15, and that's a big score right on half-time. Yeah, who knows? That could well be the case.
Well, that changes the conversation at half-time with Ricky Stewart. He's a wonderful coach. No doubt he had some fine words to say to his team to get them up, but maybe there'll be a slight change. Sean Johnson comes on that inside shoulder as well, but it was the looping pass and over his line from Chance. He knew that he had to show the ball outside to his winger. He was going to dive, get low and scores. Raiders have no chance. The Warriors are sure glad that they have him.
The kick here for Johnson gets them 8 points clear if he can nail it. Yep. That was just the ticket right on half-time. A superb converted try to the Warriors, and they head to the sheds with that 8-point lead, 14 points to 6. So 2 tries to 1, Nukore and Klokstad, Hudson Young. And I think we might just have to store that try in the back of our minds as we come into the second half, Monty.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell you what, when you go into the Sheds having just scored a try like that, it does, boy, how does you go in? You can feel a little bit tired. All of a sudden, you've got that extra effort back.
There we are, folks. That's 40 done here at Mount Smarts. Stay with us, though. We'll be back for more right after this with the Warriors up by 14 to 6. Second half here at Go Media Stadium, Mount Smart. It's the Warriors up by 8. And here's Adam Fedor-Blake. Round 21 of the NRL. A top 4 spot is the reward for either team. Go on and win this game. It's Josh Curran. Takes that carry, his third in the game. There's Walker to the line. Always encouraging to see Walker run to the line with the ball out in front of him like that. But the defence wasn't being sucked in on that occasion. Barnett, here's Klokstad, got that vital try just before half-time. Moments after that try-saving effort, miracle try-saving effort by Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. Here's Johnson to end the set. Sebastian Chris goes back. Good chase by the Warriors. Good first set, Monty.
Safe as houses there from Sebastian Chris. It's been very good as we see some line speed from Barnett. Good yards there, 65 metres in terms of the run. And then a kick to follow.
Here's Rapana. Trying to shrug Jackson forward free. That's a hard task for any ball runner. The way he's going now to Moko. He's a tackle-busting machine. Gula trying to run right over Curran. Good defensive set there by the Warriors. And that's Fogarty kicking from inside the 40. And Dallin Watene-Zelezniak, good footwork from him. So Fogarty's kick was a beauty, wasn't it?
It sure was. Luckily he had time there, Chance. Let the ball bounce and he had options on either side of that ball as you see him carry now. Just seeing the steadiness on their looks, on their eyes, and half-time they've become really strong defensively.
Here's Montoya. Egan. Now Pompey. Harris waits on the sideline. Looking interested in really coming back on, is he? It's Fedor-Blake. There's Here's Fanua Blake over the halfway line, as we see Egan giving it to Sean Johnson. Again, Chris secure at the back. Walker with the chase. Here's Jack Whiten. Good little run from dummy half.
I like Nick. Very fast indeed.
Rapana. You can see Jordan Rapana at his best in this game just yet. This is a better set by the Canberra Raiders. As we see Ata Mariota, born in Samoa, raised in Manurewa. Here's Horsburgh. Now Whiten. Croker needs to get the ball to Hopoate. They couldn't get it to him though. Hopoate. There goes Jack Whiten measuring this one. Beautifully taken by Chance Nickel-Cookstad.
Wonderful take, got up high, plenty of Canberra men in around him. Mind you, should feel comfortable, and knows him well. Defence is still brutal from the Raiders.
Here's Montoya. Here's Pompey. Good tackle by Fogarty. Initial contact was good from Horsburgh down low too. Again, this match really settled into the arm wrestle early in the second half. Particularly flash or adventurous from either team just yet. Warriors only make 30 metres from that set. But great kick from Johnson again, although it has bounced kindly for the Raiders. 7 tackle set coming up.
Still a lot of Raiders players to get on side.
Raiders looking to capitalise from their 20, but again, Jackson Ford up there, putting a player on his backside. Another great tackling performance coming in from Ford. That was his 20th tackle.
Dylan Walker as well, comes off the bench. He's not a big body, but in terms of throwing his weight around and making some stops in the middle, very strong.
The transformation in his game from being a centre initially has been fantastic, really. He was great at Manly once he moved into that role. Now Croker again hit hard by Watene Zelezniak.
Reading him like a book out there, Dylan.
Chris takes a carry. Starling waits at dummy half. A wobbly old pass to Fogarty, but he still had time to settle for that kick. Beautifully taken by Montoya.
Calm, composed, got up. His side needed it. Mentioned the arm wrestle. Canberra straight in there, transition to defence and really throwing those numbers in.
Nickel-Cookstad looking for a gap up the middle. Egan scoops it up, away he goes. Starling was just back at square at marker to not concede the penalty, and now Egan.
Tackle forward, Egan.
Struggling.
You've just seen Bailey Sheridan come on as well, so there may be a forced change here.
Head clash right there between Whitehead and Horsburgh. Both of them came out of it okay, or did they? Now Egan. Looks like he's fallen awkwardly there, but he looks okay.
He's tough. He's as tough as they come. There's not much of him. Slight build. Taller man. Jeez, he's a wonderful player.
There's Fanua Blake almost getting through. Hudson Young. Egan. Here's Johnson. Chasing through Watene Zelezniak. That's a good kick from Johnson. Hopoate just got it.
A wonderful take. So much pressure there. Bearing down on him. Goes nice and low, so he ensures that he can't be hit hard.
Now the Warriors' line speed is critical here. They would love to force an error from this Raiders team early in the second half. No score in the second 40 so far. As Young, Curran was smashed him, and claims a loose lost ball there. Oh, there! Did you see Horsburgh fly in there? The fiery redhead.
Oh, he came in from the blind side, did Horsburgh. It's got a habit of coming from behind when you can't see him.
I agree. Take your players back.
Let's go.
Take him back. Cut in. Take him back. Sure.
Now let's see how the referee sorts this one out.
Oh, it's a great tackle.
No, what Corey did.
Beautiful shot.
There's nothing in that.
That is, you just can't do that. You can't come in from behind. They've outlawed the shoulder charge in this game. When you think about how relaxed they are from the blind side, you see it right now. It's worse than a shoulder charge.
Corey! I'm talking. Okay, yeah. We just had a knock on, okay? Yeah, there's not much in that. It didn't, let me talk. It didn't need you to escalate it. Penalty's going against you.
Horsburgh, depending on who you ask, lucky not to be in the bin.
Wait, what are you doing?
Well, regardless of what we think of that decision, it's not in dispute here, is that the Warriors have a great attacking opportunity right now.
Well, it's headed up as well.
How about the shot from Curran? What a beauty. So, here comes Bailey Sirinen. Egan. Here's Walker. Set restart for the Warriors. Egan. They move it out to the right. Good tackling right there on Whenua Blake.
That's a great tackle.
Another set restart. The Warriors desperate for 4 more points here. Here's Metcalf. Short ball to Ford. Can't get through the tackle there of Fogarty. Pompey into dummy half.
Great work by Pompey. Thought they're going to be out without a dummy half then. Scrambled well.
Plenty of tackles up their sleeve for the Warriors to execute here. Nickel Cook's up. Taken on the 10. Egan. Here's Johnson. Great hands. Watanabe Lesniak. Well, he made that play in the first half that the Pope would have been proud of. And now he goes over to score in the second.
Oh, it's a wonderful try. We've seen them done this end many a times. Been unlucky each time they come down. This time has come off short as well. It's the face on the backdoor play. Beautiful work, that right-hand pass. Tries being confirmed, Dallin comes in. And what he's trying to do here, honey, is the attempt of the Walkman, something we see from Henry Fa'afili many years ago.
Well, the Walkman won't be known to this era, Monty, but as you know, very well known to our era, as Dallin now creeps up the try-scoring list. 16, a personal record for him this season, being in great try-scoring form. But you have to put it down to the work done earlier, the soft hands there from Rocco Berry. The Warriors stretching their lead out.
Well, that great combination again, isn't it? Johnson, Berry, who's just getting better with every game. And Watanabe Lesniak on the chain.
It's the fact that when Sean's going to the line with the ball in hand, you're worried about him anyway. He's a threat, the initial threat, and then when you've got a number of players running good lines, wonderful shape, really does take the attention of the defenders. He picks the right pass each time.
So Johnson, difficult conversion attempts. Is waved away. So 10 minutes played in the second half. Warriors up by 12. Watanabe Lesniak 16 tries in his 13th game. Oh, it's just pretty, the execution.
It's not overly flash. Here we go. Here's the Walkman. For people at home, once upon a time, you had to manually push a button to get your music. That's right, the Walkman.
Yeah, the little headset with the orange kind of headphones, mate.
Once again, he's been playing well.
Oh, it's out on the full. And it's Watene-Zelezniak again with another very smart play. Ricky Stewart must be tearing his hair out with basic mistakes like that.
It's been one of those games. Team 4 against Team 5. It hasn't been most pretty to watch at times. Completion hasn't been the best either for either side. But the contest and the crowd are really getting amongst it and enjoying what they're seeing.
Warriors got opportunities again here. Bailey Sirinen, a dependable player off the bench. He's only been averaging 28 minutes a game, but he has been excellent as well, despite being given limited opportunities. Here's Walker. Egan. Johnson standing nice and flat again. Here's Metcalf. Again, it looked likely, didn't it? Egan. Johnson. Going for the short play this time. Back to Sirinen once more. Egan, close to the line. Here comes Fanor Blake looking to drive over. He's well handled. Still hasn't been off for a breather, has he? It's the 51-minute mark. Johnson, there's a kick, beautifully weighted. Another line dropout forced by Sean Johnson. He's leading that statistical category this season. That's
Grimace on his face,
18th.
Glenn, ball's on the string for sure. A wonderful kick. Puts boot to ball, it spins around. Was there some foul play after that? He gets up, a little bit ginger. Grimace on his face. He has been instrumental for this Warriors side.
And the Raiders go short this time. I tell you what, there's an art to it, isn't it? And the Warriors really have perfected it pretty well this season. Better than virtually every other team. That's one other big factor. The Warriors have come forward this season. I don't know how many short restarts they've gathered.
When you know how to execute it, you also know how to defend it as well.
That's exactly right. Egan. Here's Fanor Blake. Still early in the count.
Well, he deserves one.
He's already been over 6 times this season as we see Jackson forward. Good goal line defence by the Raiders this time. Mecca, beautiful hands. Even better there from Montoya.
Well, the defence from the Raiders have been outstanding. They really have shown great resolve.
It's not the last play, it's a set restart. That was late in the count too. It was the last play.
Let's go.
Another golden opportunity here for the home team. Egan. Here's Metcalf. Pompey in space. He's short. Great stuff there from Sebastian Chris to keep Adam Pompey out. Metcalf. Metcalf. Is he there? He's short again.
Okay.
Or is he?
I think Sebastian Chris just got underneath him.
Have no try. Just confirm it didn't hit the line before he was pushed back short. Tackle 4.
Hasn't he got his hands on the ball in the last 3 to 4 minutes?
Walk back.
It's been everywhere.
This is keeping the Raiders in the game, Monty.
Oh, their defence has been outstanding. They've made some mistakes, but they've just worked for each other.
Angles.
Doesn't look like it's at any stage going over the line, is it?
Luke Metcalf is tackled short of the line. We have a decision.
It's the voice of Matt Noyen in the bunker. So the Warriors still have the ball. 2 tackles left in the set.
Hey, Luke, you were short, mate, up here. Go for.
Egan. Johnson. Walker. The cap was there again, the late offload. Tough one for Pompey. Now it's the last play. And we've got Gula is down. No, it's not. It's Joseph Tapine.
Tapine. He's looking at his head, but he's also clutching his jaw as well. I doubt he got a mark, but again, let's give this defence a wrap.
Oh, yeah, back of Gula's head there.
Coming in to support Emre Gula. One on the chin for his troubles, Glenn.
concern over Tapane. Kiwis international, of course. He's played 16 tests. 2 World Cups now for the Kiwis. Again, he's going to be a key man for New Zealand at the end of the season, you'd think.
Oh, he's a key man for any side he plays in. At that international level, which is the pinnacle. He's been a proven, wonderful performer for the Kiwis.
Don't forget, it's a huge game coming up after this one, live on Sky Sport 4. We're on the Sunshine Coast for that game. Rabbitohs and the Broncos. No Latrell Mitchell in that game. For the Rabbitohs. He's right on the cusp of the 8 at the moment. Now Metcalf on the last play. There's the kick from Johnson. Watene-Zelezniak. There he goes again.
Starting goal line. Just make sure no knock on. They'll have a look.
Was it knocked on by Watene-Zelezniak, or was it come back off a Raider?
He did well to defend this, Hopewadi. Saw Dillon coming on the outside in, so he was blocked. I think that was off Hopewadi.
Was. Great pressure from Watene-Zelezniak.
It's hard to defend the ball in the air when the attacking winger comes from outside in. You can't see him.
Just confirming, Tapane has actually come off the field, being replaced by that head knock. It's gone off for an HIA. Now, has that gone 10 metres? It hasn't. It's a penalty in front of the posts. And what do you reckon, Monty? The Warriors to take the 2 and get clear by 12+.
They're definitely taking the 2. They'll add salt into the wound. They lose Joey Tapane, who's a weapon for this Canberra side. And you know they need points. He's exactly that player that can do that. Here's a short dropout here. They went for it once again. They got it nice and high, but just didn't have quite enough weight on the kick.
It's so important if you go short to execute it. And that's where Shaun Johnson's short dropouts virtually every time this season, Monty, have been right on the money.
Just brilliant. That's why we have the Canberra side versus the New Zealand Warriors. Think about Ruben Wiki, who's over there in Australia this week. His daughter Mackenzie Wiki is going to be playing the number 4 jumper for the Green Machine, the women's NRL. Wonderful feat, proud dad, proud family.
So 20 points to 6. Yeah, great weekend coming up for the Wiki family. You were telling me that Ruben's gone over, as you just touched on, and it's going to be, you reckon he'll be in tears on Sunday watching his daughter play?
Oh, for sure, especially when she's in that number 4 jumper, the same one that he wore for the Green Machine many years ago when he first went over from the Otahuhu Leopards.
The women's NRLW, Kiwis everywhere across the teams. Looking forward to seeing that starting tomorrow. And, you know, who knows, we might have a Warriors team back in there. Looks like 2025 at the earliest. Now Buntiafoa is out there.
That's a great shot when you think about fresh legs coming from the back fence. Final quarter of the match.
Tohu Harris is back out there too for the Warriors. And there was nothing wrong with him. He was just a straight interchange. Again, a bit of a luxury now, Monty. They're not needing to rely on Harris as much.
I think some remnants of last week's cold or sickness that he had.
There's Fanua Blake playing 56 minutes straight. Another great effort from him. 155 metres, 15 carries, 15 tackles for Fanua Blake in the game. And I don't doubt he'll be back near the end of it. Now there's Johnson's kick. Back goes Albert Hopewadi. He's on his own 10, and it's been a tough second half for the Raiders in 16, 17 minutes, Monty. They've hardly been in the Warriors' half.
They put it down to Shaun Johnson's kicking game as well. Being one of the best in the competition. Really does put the ball in the corners, puts it up nice and high, which gives his chasing players time to get down there and take the yards.
Now, another thing that's really improved in the statistics in the second half is the Warriors' completion rate. They've got it up to 80%. And the Raiders are still down in the mid-60s. Now, there's a penalty.
And that's why you've got to be so impressed with the Canberra defence. You can be happy with the resilience that they've shown. Very little possession. They've just been turning up for each other.
Tamoko hasn't had his hands on the ball until right now, and look at that, he almost pokes his nose through.
Smart too, he picks out the half. Mid-calf.
He makes 10 metres there, doesn't he? Is Fogarty. He gives it out to Mariota. Continues to contribute for the Raiders. Papali'i. Starling waiting at dummy half. That's Whiten. Takes the line on this time. He wasn't getting anywhere that time. Croker at dummy half. And Young takes a carry. He's inside the 10 now. Big chance here for the Raiders. They really have to strike back on this play here. Little knock on there. It was a tough one there for Nickel Cookster. So the Warriors, more defending for them coming up.
They're mentioning good kicking games. He's got one himself, especially the short kicking game, Jamal Fogarty. Time to get some joy. Not quite threading it through and getting position back. Old-fashioned way, but this way they get it from the feed.
Important with a 14-point deficit. The Raiders strike next. Starling from the scrum. Fogarty. Back to Mariota. He is just a couple of metres out. Set restart for the Raiders. Papali'i. Know how lethal he can be close to the line.
That's why that line speed is important.
Starling, short ball back to Mariota. And he's again back to where he was before, taken by Tohu Harris. Starling, Fogarty standing flat, wide head. Beautiful tackle coming in there from Luke Metcalf. Good ruck speed for the Raiders. There's Fogarty. Oh, there's a big chance here.
Great scramble from Pompey.
He kept out Gula. Whiten hit hard there by Harris. That's this big defence from the Warriors here. Oh, up to Hopoate. And Hopoate's going to go over and force it, but will it be a try?
Okay, Matty, we have no try. Let me talk. Initially, we have knock on Sean Johnson, then knock on Canberra. We just need to confirm who knocked the ball on first. We confirm the knock on. Don't worry about the pass. We're going to check what happened before it.
Just looking who to determine who knocks on first.
It's a tough one. 50-50 right
Sean
here.
Johnson knocks the ball on first. Hudson Young then knocks it on second. We have a decision.
Well, how many times have we seen Sean Johnson pluck that one out of the air and run the length of the field? Still diffuses the situation. No try, but they're looking very likely. We know what they're like at the scrums as well. They've got the swing shape at the scrums. We've already seen it today.
Not early.
There's some clever people around, isn't there, Monty?
It's a new generation of fans, I tell you. They're very clever. Already mentioned they know where the cameras are, and they are on down the lens.
So the Raiders again, not for the first time in this game, have an attacking scrum. Very close to the Warriors' try line. Poor pass that time. Starling tidied up pretty well. Starling waits at dummy half. Here's Fogarty. Papali'i running straight away to Egan. And chance Nickel Cookster. Starling. Mariota again. Well handled by the Warriors' defence. Curran almost gives away a penalty there. Papali'i, no space for him. Surinam gives away a set restart. Warriors under the pump here, but they're holding firm.
What about Mariota?
He's got an engine on him, hasn't he? Been right into it. Now Gula. Gula with a line right there. Ruck speed is slow. Mariota again. Well, he was trying to get his second NRL try right there. Kane up short just. Back on the inside comes to Moko. Starling. Here's the kick. Forced in by Sean Johnson. Some excellent goal line D there, Monty.
Some great goal line D. Equally some great attacking play from this Canberra Raiders. We've seen down the other end, they've been defending very, very well. Plenty of resolve. This time they've been asking a lot of questions. The question now for the Warriors side is, can they repel this effort? It's been sustained pressure for the last 4 to 5 minutes, a number of sets. We know we're going to go short again.
You know it. Oh, he hasn't kicked that one well at all. Sean Johnson easily taken by Croker, skewed off the side of his boot. Croker has to surrender the tackle. But the Warriors again backing their defence. They know they're not going to get the ball back every time from those short kickoffs. They are confident they can keep the other team out. Fogarty. That's Whiten. Big line up there, but Young was forced to take the tackle. There's Gula. Emre Gula, 5 metres out. Wow, what a stat that is for the Warriors. 39 tackles in a row now. And they still haven't conceded any points. Starling. There's Fogarty again looking. Oh, brilliant from Jordan Rapana. That's the Kiwis winger at his best there. Brilliant stuff from Jordan Rapana. That's a hard-earned try right there, and it needed some incredible skill from Rapana to do it.
Rapana was there to put the icing on the cake. 42 odd tackles in a row, sustained pressure, asking many questions of them. The Warriors kept turning up, but at that time when you thought that Marcelo Montoya had the catch in hand, he came up, he got a little bit higher. I'm still waiting for this to be confirmed, but he comes down and he puts the ball down, and the try is confirmed. He's done that many a time.
Wow, we love Jordan Rapana on a black jumper, don't we, Honey? And that was fantastic score from him.
Well, he clocks up his 8th try for the season, and we know if anybody can score and get the Raiders back in the game, it isn't the veteran himself and Jordan Rapana. And you can feel this try coming. They're throwing everything at the Warriors, repeat sets. Jordan Rapana gets up in the air above Montoya, Marcelo. It's a great second try from the Raiders.
That was the timing of the jump. Split second after him, which means he was at his optimal height, able to grab that ball.
Croker, just the one attempt from him before this one, which he nailed. And again, this gets back the Raiders to an 8-point deficit if he can nail it. There you go, a rear miss for Jared Croker. Well, it's time to get real. NRL Telstra Premiership is heating up as the final series draws near. The competition is as close as ever, of course. And that run for the top 8, well, it's well and truly on. Gear up for tries, tribalism, golden point thrillers, impossible plays, and 27 rounds of heart-stopping drama. The Telstra Premiership is best. Experience live, of course. To witness all the action, head to nrl.com/tickets to secure your seats. Let's go back to Honey's sideline. You got an update on Joseph Tapine.
Yeah, added boost for the Raiders is Joseph Tapine has passed his HIA, and they're preparing him to head back out onto the field very soon.
Well, that's a big bonus there for the Raiders. They need him, Monty.
Absolute weapon. Second phase we haven't seen a lot of, but he's a special at it.
Ooh, little knock on there, little knock on from Ata Mariota.
Well, it was busy at the other end of the field. Mariota had a number of carries in their 42-odd tackles they had in succession. Just see him now as the boys are there. Making work undone. Won't be happy.
Toughen it. Felt his jaw, didn't he? The Raiders really need him back out there. If they want to mount any comeback in this last 14 minutes. Metcalf off the scrum. Possession rate much better from the Warriors in the second half than the first. Harris is our 4. Sign of Fanua Blake coming back on as we see Egan. Yes, Sirinen from a long way back. Good run from Bailey Sirinen. Egan. R4 used as a decoy. Johnson. Here's Metcalf. And Pompey jamming him beautifully was Rapana.
Defending so well out there on the edges, the Raiders.
They don't want to concede any more points in the game. That's for sure. Harris. Tohu Harris driving. Egan. Johnson. Haven't seen him score a try for a few weeks. And that's the end of the set.
Great tackle by Wyden. Locked that ball up. Sean was trying to look to get the pass away. Oh. There's a chance of obstruction then. See them come out of their own end. Defensively, they've been very good. A lot of questions thrown at them tonight.
Croker plays the ball. Bali'i. Jackson forward. Tackle number 30. He's leading the count by 1 now over Wade Egan. For the Warriors. For Blake, the leading meter eater in the game. 155 still. Brookster and Montoya. Tomoko, leading meter eater for the Raiders. With 160, toughing it back in there, creating havoc. And here they come, the Raiders. Rapana. Good break down the right-hand side. And now the Raiders have a chance. There goes the big bomb from Fogarty. Oh, what an Lesniak.
What a catch, I tell you. That was so high, it was spiralling. It's been brilliant tonight.
Yeah, there's no Wi-Fi up that high, Monty. Here is Nickel Kluxta, slow to his feet.
Must be the perfect haircut. Not too much locks at the front and the fringe, so doesn't obstruct your vision. Very high, that ball.
Good carry from Rocco Berry there. Those were important meters. Now Montoya. Still a chance for the Raiders. Now Fanua Blake back out there.
Saw how dangerous Tarpany is.
Absolutely. It's Johnson. Hoisting. That was a well-weighted kick as well. Nicely taken by Hupuate.
Very clever. He knows what to do. Takes it as he's going to ground.
Croker, look at the blue jumpers there. Again, the Warriors' fitness in the second half of these games, all the way through the year, Monty, has been impressive. They haven't looked like they're fading in any game that I can recall.
I think both sides have been just turning up for each other, propelling a number of attacking sets.
That's a good run.
It's come along well for Zwing as well. Knows the importance.
Tackle by Ford, that's a beauty. Last play now for the Raiders. And there goes another big spiral bomb from Fogarty. And the bounce is kind this time.
Been lucky with the bounce twice. Let that ball go.
Watan is Lesniak. The referee's going to allow play to continue. Tried to earn a penalty for his team there, Watan is Lesniak.
They're hunting the Raiders. Getting off that line, trying to force the error.
Time is becoming the enemy of the green machine now. There's Fanua Blake. Warriors have the opportunity to close this game out professionally now. Here's Johnson. Kicking on the 4th. Now the weight to that kick is perfect. Chris. Chris, brilliantly done.
Oh, wonderful work getting into the field of play. It was actually the third tackle, kicking early. He's hurt him though, he's hurt his wing.
Hopawate.
The Warriors line surging.
Well, the Kiwis international, Sebastian Chris struggling. There's 3 tackles done. The Warriors looking for that error. Saw what happened to Chris there. Maybe just fell awkwardly. Up the middle go the Raiders. That's better from them.
Just keeping the ball alive. Beautiful play from the Green Machine.
Tapping it back on the inside of Josh Papali'i. But the Raiders can't get out of their own half in that set. Fogarty, different option this time. But back comfortably fielding it is Marcelo Montoya. And off he goes, Marcelo Montoya. Good return of the football.
Very good. I thought he was going to use Delt. Decided to run himself. It's another good carry to back that up. Look at Rapana in there.
2 Kiwis teammates, 2 former Canberra Raiders teammates too, going at it there. Harris. Again, this is very professionally finished from the Warriors. That's great stuff right there. Berry with front foot running ball. Watanisa Lesniak. Here's Barnett. Back out there for the last 10 minutes. Last play now for the Warriors. Beautiful running onto the ball there by Johnson. And then it all went pear-shaped. And Nickel Cooksta. Well, that's a disappointing end of the set.
It was got to give them a rap for being clinical. Remember, they only need to hold position, play the right end of the field. They're ahead on the scoreboard. They don't need to score points or force the issue.
Yep, that's right. They just need to defend, don't they, honey, to get another win.
Yeah, important to transition here in terms of the defence. You can see the line speed has been really strong all night from the Warriors.
Hold here, hold boys. Hold!
Yeah, the second half performance in particular has been very good by the Warriors. Mind you, the Raiders haven't been far behind them. Now they have to play and risk a few things, and now this is where it could go pear-shaped for the Raiders, because they need to chance their run now, Monty.
Yeah, we mentioned the stat before. When they've scored 20 points or more this year, they've won 100% of their games. When they've scored less than 20 points, they've lost 100% of them. They need the points. Definitely now, we know they're capable of it. There's a number of players on this side that can just light it up. There's specialties at second phase as well. Block against them, though.
Whoops. A little bit disorganised for Jamal Fogarty. Bet he wasn't thinking of taking the first carry off the scrum.
He's been showing his repertoire of quick kicks, hasn't he?
Good game, though, Fogarty, hasn't he? Yes, looked excellent kicking the board. He's tapping it back to Papali'i, who's looking to burst through. Metcalf, much smaller man.
Fine job bringing him down.
Tapping it. Metcalf. Here's Tomoko. Tomoko puts the foot down. Excitement machine.
He gets you excited, doesn't he?
He does.
Every time he lands, he's your man.
I love him. I want to see a black jumper on him.
Yeah, just going to say, he would look out of place there.
Here's Fogarty. Here's Papali'i again. Let's play now for the Raiders. Kick's important here for Jamal Fogarty. Curran underneath that one. It's been batted back, so it's still going to be Raiders ball. Horsburgh. Oh, was that forward? It was.
Play the ball here. To play the ball there. Play the ball there.
You can't fault the Raiders for effort and endeavour. They've been there, Monty.
No.
It's just their execution that's perhaps just been off.
Effort's been unreal. Just look at the coaching box of the Warriors there. Realising there's still minutes to go. They haven't stopped trying, the Raiders. Mentioned they've won 9 on the road. And very good outside of home. GIO Stadium's another place people find it hard to win at.
Egan. He nicks 10 metres there.
No three, it's beyond.
Walker.
On three.
Now for Nor Blake.
Outside the 40.
Johnson kicking on the fourth tackle, driving the Raiders back. Another beautifully weighted kick. And Rapana under severe pressure right there. Johnson's gone down after that collision. Penalty goes against the Warriors. Oh dear, it is a head clash there for Johnson.
It's cut above his eye, his left eye. First of all, the ball is on a string. He's been brilliant. He come down, really fire once again. He swings around the big man, Apana. Rugby, he's got a big, strong head, the young man.
Yeah.
Once again, the kicking game, the weight.
Well, just the
perfect.
Well, it's just the intelligence there too, Honey. With a 10-point advantage, Shaun Johnson knows that kicking on the fourth with a well-weighted kick to pin them right down in the corner is the perfect play.
Oh, it's a tactic that they've used really effectively tonight. They continue to jam the Raiders back down into their red zone. And they're winning the field position battle as Shaun gets patched up here. Bit of a head clash with Rocco Berry.
Indeed, 10 minutes. This game is a tantalising clash, isn't it? The Rabbitohs against the Broncos. And that's coming up straight after this game from the Sunshine Coast. The other thing we've got to talk about too is the Warriors' run home here is certainly a lot easier than some of their other rivals who play each other a lot, Monty. So there's going to be an opportunity here, it seems now, for the Warriors with the win coming here off the bye next week to really kick on and move right up the table.
I think that's the most important thing. They've got the bye next week to get to regroup.
Yeah, 5 games coming up post the bye against teams all outside the top 8. Here's Rapana. There are a couple of tricky teams in there. Manly, Titans, certainly have good rosters. So we will see. There's excitement building, isn't there, in 2023. Here's Whiten. Jordan Rapana. Hudson Young. Whiten again. They just can't crack the Warriors. The only score the Raiders have had in the second half was that brilliant try from the bomb to Jordan Rapana. He's the target of that kick again. No, it's Sebastian Chris. Bit messy, but Pompey punches it clear.
It's been good today, Pompey. He's cleaned up a lot of messes, a lot of situations we had to scramble or make that extra effort to get across and just diffuse what Canberra had on the offering.
Looks like it's been knocked on there by Chris.
They're going to challenge anyway. Okay. They're having a look. What are you doing, Matty? Shot clock off. You there, Matty? Go on.
Johnson's okay after that head clash. It's going to be a line drop out regardless. So Hudson Young fields the worm burner from Shaun Johnson.
It's okay. Wait, get out, Dylan, Dylan. Hold. Hold. Go on.
Just closing in on their 3rd win in a row, which they've done twice previously this season. So 3 times, 3 wins in a row this year.
Get back to.
And their brilliant season is gaining in strength again. Moving forward nicely as we see Papali'i. Close to the last minute of the contest. Fogarty. Good tackling by Walker. They're playing right to the 80th minute again.
Went after him. He diffused it there and then.
There's a kick there, right there, and this could be a try to Elliot Whitehead.
Not sure he was on.
Might have been a little forward pass in there as well, but the try's been awarded by Todd Smith.
Well, they haven't stopped trying the whole time.
They're having a look.
Still believe.
Fogarty's been good with the ball as well. That time, that Apana. He's the full bag of tricks, doesn't he?
Still looking, so you know. They're cleared it.
Whitehead.
Cleared it. Time
Try
on.
confirmed.
There we are. So Whitehead gets the try. Lovely little kick there from Jordan Rapana. There's the quick conversion, which is good from Jared Croker. So that tightens the score right up. 20 points to 16. But with barely seconds remaining, we'll see what happens. Still got to close it out here.
Not forget the second phase play that this screen machine is capable of. The kicking game, Whiten. So many people likely to step up for the screen machine.
Well, they've got 49 seconds for a miracle play, the Raiders. Let's see what they're going to cook up here. Horsburgh. Warriors are slowing that play the ball for as long as they possibly can. Tapine. It's going to take one more carry. Now they've got to give it a crack, surely. Fogarty. Great pass, Hopawate. Oh, there's a chance here. This is Whiten. This is Whiten. Oh, what a score. A brilliant try for Canberra.
Brilliant is an understatement. This side who hasn't stopped trying all game. It's been wonderful. Think about them having to come 100 metres downfield. You saw the face ball down there. Hopawate comes across, passes on the inside there. Whiten, the clutch player, he goes in, he likes it.
Well, the try was absolutely superb, honey.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the Canberra Raiders, they're all up on their feet down here on the bench. And there's a sprinkling of Canberra Raiders fans all around the crowd here. Well, Jack Whiten, he started it and he finished it. It all comes down to this moment.
Oh, Jared Croker for the win. Otherwise, we're going to Golden Point.
I'm just going to say, it's up to Jared Croker whether he finishes it or not. A wonderful kicker. The Warriors spoiled his milestone party at his place, GIO Stadium. Few nervous Green Machine fans amongst the supporters here at Go Media Mount Smart.
Well, the Warriors clutched a win from a defeat earlier on in the year against the Sharks. And now the hearts of those Raiders fans are pumping big time. It all comes down to this kick. And it's going to be Jamal Fogarty. In fact, it's Croker, of course. As we narrow in now, Jared Croker. He kicks this Canberra win. If he misses, it's Golden Point. It's away, we're off to Golden Point.
Oh, he's not happy.
Time to regroup for both teams. Croker 1 from 4 on the night. And the Warriors will be bitterly disappointed with how that game has ended for them. Regulation 80 minutes, Monty, but there's still a chance to win the game. They've got to put it behind them.
Absolutely, both teams are a chance, but the fact that the Raiders never stop trying, asking so many different questions, you see that to come a long way back as well. Is it Apana? After all that effort coming back up on field, he's been coming off his wing a number of times. They go out the back door there, widen the beautiful pass. Boada keeps the ball alive. Widen on the inside once again. And the dive. 4 points for the dive.
Brilliant finish.
You get a call. Hang on a sec. Call before he flips it, mate. Tails,
it was well across the face in the end.
Tails it is. You're going to kick off or kick the try? Okay, so you'll be kicking off that way. Okay, good luck. Warriors kicking off that way.
So the Warriors are kicking off. So it's going to be the Raiders with the first chance.
Just keep talking to it on, but obviously know about. Be smart, talk to it.
Webster come down sideline. First Golden Point game for the season for the Warriors. The Raiders have been involved in one golden point game this season. That was against the Dolphins back in round 9, and they won it 31 points to 30 with Jamal Fogarty kicking the field goal that won the game in the 83rd minute. Big competition, 2 competition points here at stake. And the Warriors, of course, had this game wrapped up with 2 minutes to play. But now there's more work to do. Time to put the hard hats on. Go back to work.
Okay, stay on side.
Golden point here at Mount Smart, round 21, the Warriors. And the Raiders locked up after 80 minutes. Egan goes a little high, but no penalty conceded. Starling back to Tapanet. Starling. Here's Horsburgh. Here's Papali'i.
Second carry.
Hold here. Hold. Go forward.
Starling again. It's the big go-to players. Tapanet, Papali'i taking the big carries. But the Raiders can only get back to halfway. So a good defensive set by the Warriors. And now that's a big mistake right there, perhaps from Fogarty. A 7-tackle set coming up for the Warriors.
It's a shame. He's been brilliant with that ball to boot tonight, whether it be short game, long game. That time he got it wrong. 7 tackles from the 20 metres.
Warriors through Montoya. Nickel Crookstad takes another carry. Harris. There go the Warriors over the halfway line on Harris. Bust through a tackle. Can they get in position to win the game here? It's looking good for the home team to have the first crack. Dylan Walker. Fanua Blake driving those legs forward down to the 20. Last play now. Johnson back in position on the 30-metre line. For the win! For the win! Sean Johnson! Nails it for the Warriors! And the season that's had everything so far has just got a little bit more.
Well, Sean Johnson, I salute you. You have carried this side when they have needed you most. You have come up with the biggest clutch plays. So much on the line. Corey Horsburgh coming out, outstretched, the redhead. But you can see there the fans get up. Sean Johnson with his hand in the air, raised high. He's loving this.
Ah, that kick was never in doubt once it left the boot. And the Warriors get their just here at Mount Smart. They win by 21 points to 20.